Hi guys, Dean Jones back here at the Genesee Brew House. We're upstairs tonight hanging out in the restaurant, and I'm here to introduce you to our next installment of the Pilot Batch series, IPA. I'm really excited to talk about IPA because you know what? I'm old. And back in the day, there was one IPA, right? It was all from the UK, only made one way. Now there's hundreds and hundreds of IPAs that have a depth of flavor, have a lot of bitterness, American IPAs, East Coast, West Coast. So I really had a lot to pick from when I designed this beer. So the East Coast has more caramel, more malt profile, and it's a little more balanced with a nice medium body versus the West Coast being smack you in your face, really hoppy, really bitter, and then tons of aroma. So I really wanted to find that happy medium between the East Coast and the West Coast, but I wanted to stick with a little traditional coppery color and flavor that you got from an English IPA. The alcohol was important to me in this beer. I really wanted that 7% kind of range, 7 to 7.5. So that meant the OG had to be around 17 to 17.5, which is, again, it's a fairly large beer, but it had to be to carry all of those hops through. The hops I got to play with a little bit: Centennial, Cascade, Simcoe, Amarillo, the juicy citrus, pine, and grapefruit sweetness. To get that flavor really required a double dry hop, so I dry hopped at the end of fermentation and again after cold conditioning. And really it boiled out to be about 5 pounds of hops per barrel, which is enormous. This beer was so big that I really had to try a micro pilot batch first. It came out phenomenal. I'm really happy with the results. So guys, I hope you like my version of an East-West Coast traditional IPA. It's a little funky, it's a little bitter. Definitely the way I like to brew it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Cheers. And remember, never, ever, ever trust a skinny brewmaster.
Yeah, sorry.
What, did you turn it off?
No, I got a little excited. I started
Oh.